Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Pocket Edition, and specifically another episode of our 7 days of Christmas coverage, which is a rapid fire of Pocket Edition episodes that cover a variety of topics, so be sure to check out the other episodes in this series. Today though, I'm joined by your regular co-host, Mark. How are you today, Mark?
I'm good.
I'm
an equal.
Fantastic. You're an equal. Yes, you are equal with me, Mark. We are equal co-hosts. Would you like to introduce an episode, Mark? That make you feel good. All right, we can do that. We can arrange that. We'll take as many retries and cuts as we need to get the intro we want, but we will do it.
Theme song.
Yeah. Today, though, Mark, this is a relatively broad discussion. So, it's one of those end of year wrap up videos where, you do your highlights and best ofs from 2018, but we want to look in this episode towards 2019. We're going to keep it broad, but it's, in a nutshell, it's kind of what do we hope, what do we fear, what are our dreams for next year? That was a bit of a rhyme.
Yeah.
Do you want to kick us off though, Mark? Give us your give us your number one for 2019.
Yeah. Well, I think seeing as it's close, it'll be in another month and a half or so. Hopefully, Kingdom Hearts 3 won't be crap.
Oh, so that's a hope. I don't think it's going to be crap. Everything from what I've heard.
I have a feeling it's not going to live up to expectations, but it's going to be a good game. Yeah. It's just one of those things that happens all the time with games that are in development for so long. Well, not necessarily. This game hasn't been in development for that long. It's just that people have been expecting it for a long time.
I had a similar experience of that with Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Advertised a very long time ago in terms of the first reveal trailer. Been in development for some time. I believe it was still in production when Disney acquired Lucasfilm, so that kind of changed up the formula, I think, for the movie as well. But just didn't quite... Good movie, still a good movie, just didn't quite meet the hype levels.
I heard it's good, but some people will appreciate it more. I think some people said it won't be nearly as timeless as the first one.
No, absolutely not.
It's a lot of internet humor.
Yeah.
So that comes part and parcel with what it is.
Yeah.
But I heard the end credit sequence is really funny.
Oh yeah, dude, it's good. Really good. That seriously, the end credit sequence I think was the best part of the movie. So, not sure that's a good thing or a bad thing. Anywho, let's move along. So the first one on my list is, and this is a hope. So more Game Pass games available on PC. So obviously Game Pass is like Xbox's Netflix version for games, right? So you sign up to Game Pass. I think it's like, $10 to $15 wherever the hell you live. It changes. But you get access to 100 games at any given point in time. So I don't actually currently own an Xbox. I have a PC, obviously. And I am signed up to the service because I'm playing a couple of the titles that are available on both platforms. But the only guarantee of in Game Pass of games that will be on both platforms are generally Microsoft exclusives. So, Forza and Halo Wars 2 at the moment. And there's a handful of other games. But I'd like to see that list expand either via Microsoft's first-party offerings or third-party offerings. And I know there's a real technical hurdle to kind of get over here because obviously games that have already come out aren't just going to be ported to PC for the sake of Game Pass. That just doesn't make a lot of sense. But I just want more games via Game Pass available on PC. That's the pin in that story. So, yes.
Well, given how Microsoft's acquisitions and things like that, I wouldn't be surprised if they elaborate on their already established stuff a lot more.
Yeah,
and they're constantly talking about the family of Microsoft consoles. So
yes,
PCs,
so parity
in
games would be nice. Yeah. So that's my hope, and I'm sure it'll kind of happen eventually. I don't know how much is going to happen next year, though. Because I'd like to keep the service. I'm only going to keep it as long as it makes sense, and as long as I have something to play on my PC, and as soon as I run out, I'm going to cut the service off at the legs, because it's just pointless. Yeah. So yeah, crossing my fingers, Mark.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Okay, probably one of the big hopes, on the tail end of 2018, I want the Switch to basically have another 2017.
Oh.
It's just an unstoppable force. Like 2018 was good for it, but like 2017, it was just ticking all the boxes for what genres it was tackling.
Yep.
Like this year's all been about third-party support and indie support, and it's been amazing. But the first year was just the Switch coming out swinging.
Yep. 2 big heavy hitters that are going to be remembered for a long time.
And it's just they did so well, and I want them to surprise us, because they tend to do that a lot, where they say, "Oh, like we're going to announce it's going to release this year," and things like that. Like we know Metroid Prime 4's coming, we don't know when. We know Bayonetta 3's coming, we don't know when. We know, I think it's Pikmin 4's coming, we don't know when. But I think people want to hear if they're going to do another Star Fox, or if they're going to come up with a new IP and things like that.
Star Fox would be cool.
Because they've been good with new IPs, and the Switch would be really cool with Star Fox type stuff. If you want to scratch that itch now, you play Ubisoft's Starlink, because it's pretty much open world Star Fox.
Yeah.
Especially on Switch, where you actually play as Star Fox.
So good. Oh, yeah. No, I agree with that. That'd be nice. Another strong year from Switch, please. And hopefully, maybe we'll hear about that kind of next Switch iteration as well, which has been rumored for a while too. And maybe that could tie into some better, bolder games hitting the servers. Yeah,
it got some more traction the other day as well for that new Switch rumor. They were explaining an expanded internal memory Switch.
Yeah. That's not only a plus, but a necessity, I think. Absolutely.
I filled up my SD card the other day.
Yeah, that's the issue, man. And SD cards are kind of cheap if you buy low capacity ones, but if you want something decent where you don't have to swap them in and out, you're looking at a bit of money.
Yeah.
Moving along there, Mark. This one is, I can hear people going, "Oh, for fuck's sakes, Sully!" Like, really? Halo 6.
Well, what about Halo Infinite?
That's it. That's what I mean. Halo Infinite. Yep. So I'm just calling it Halo 6 because people know instantly what that means. Yep. So Halo Infinite, I want to not only see what it is exactly, because there's a lot of information flying around that it's a different breed of Halo game. Like it might be like a Destiny-esque type PvE game, or does it have a typical story? Apparently, they claim that it doesn't have a battle royale, but it's on a whole new engine. I'm assuming it's going to be it's targeted for this generation, not the next Xbox generation. Maybe it'll be a cross-platform game if it doesn't come out this year. But I just want to see what it is. Like it's now by a typical track record, we should have had it this year, and we haven't even really had a reveal for the game yet. So obviously it's not coming this year, obviously. But I'm kind of questioning if it's even coming next year now. But I want to at least see what it is and hopefully even get it. Because I feel like they're really, in a lot of ways, going back to the basics and the origins of Halo. But I think they're very much changing up the formula at the same time. So, from what I can tell and see. So, I don't know. Cautious, optimistic, and excited at the same time. Don't disappoint, 343. This is your only hope. Last chance. Anywho, Mark, let's move away from Halo.
Something that, it's just a game I want to play because I'm sure it'll be good, but I want it to be so good. Just as good as the first, if not better, Doom Eternal.
Oh my god. Is that coming out next year?
I think it is. I'm going to double check. But I want it next year.
Oh, I hope so. Oh my god. I didn't even think of that. Scratch Halo. I want Doom. Yeah, holy cow. Do you seriously do? Doom 2016.
Yeah, it says 2019.
I should have put it on my this year list because of top games, because holy shit, that game is just still holding up and still kicking ass. Oh, you are correct. Was that the next one on your list, by the way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, perfect. I love it. Get around it. Halo and Doom, bring it on. 2 heavy-hitting shooters. All right, Mark, let's move along. This one's a pretty broad hope, desire, but continued innovation. And I'm specifically targeting services and hardware. Obviously, hardware is exciting, and services are exciting and create new opportunities to play and interact with games. So, and Microsoft have been a big pushers of innovation in service and even hardware with the Xbox One X. But in terms of hardware, I'd like to see the next iteration of Switch, see what they bring to the table, see what they rectify, see how they improve. I want to see what the next kind of generation of VR looks like, because we've seen a lot of information and rumors circulating regarding VR that's coming up with the Vive and the HTC and all that. I think we're going to see the HTC Vive push that technical frontier again, and we're going to see more affordable options coming from the Oculus kind of space. But as well, don't forget about Sony. Sony has a new console on the horizon. Maybe we'll see the PS5 get announced. Maybe we'll see their next iteration of VR. Who knows? I just want to see the next iteration of hardware and services. See what we're going to get. See what's coming up.
Yeah, well, a number of developers have already said they're working on PS5 titles. So I think an announcement's not far off. But Sony also filed a patent. It was a month or two ago now for new VR tech.
Yeah, I think we touched on that in an episode.
Yeah, where it's like third person VR, because the people behind you will be able to peek into what that person's experiencing.
Interesting.
Which is an interesting concept, an expensive concept.
Yes,
but an interesting concept.
Shit.
Just imagine playing a single player game and you've got 4 friends over and they've all got VR helmets.
Fuck. You'd have to bring your own. Makes me wonder if they're going to try bundle it in some kind of bundle. For the love of God, do not make it compulsory though. Just have a bundle and a non-VR bundle. Do not go down the Connect route. It needs to be optional. These services and innovation in tech needs to be optional. You can't force it on people. Just chill out. Anywho, so that would be that's probably my most exciting hope and just general anticipation and excitement towards next year is just innovation in a variety of areas. So we'll see what happens. But Mark, let's carry along.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to tell, because sometimes not a whole lot changes in a year.
Yeah.
Like 2018 was, a lot of it was recovery for 2017.
Oh yeah. Well, if you haven't got another one on your list, I can finish this up with my last one if you like.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to round us out for 2019, this is definitely a hope, but almost a prayer that we can get less of this, and that is, I'm coining it, less bleed through of corporate greed. Obviously, corporate greed is going nowhere. It's probably going to get worse. It's always escalating tyranny in a sense, right? Hierarchy, tyranny, corporate greed, capitalism. That got very deep. But the bleed through aspect is corporate greed's not going anywhere, but I'd like it to be less egregious and invasive in our video games. So, by all means, corporations, make your money, but do it in a respectable fashion where it's not pushing shit on the gamers, in a constant, invasive way. And we spoke about this just before, Mark, in another episode about Capcom and their advertisement in games. You can look at loot boxes, games seemingly being cut off at the legs and then the legs being redistributed as DLC. Destiny is a perfect example of that. So 2019, a little less bleed through of that greed that directly influences our games would be nice. Find another way. So, any comments on that one, Mark? I know that got very heavy, but
yeah, but it's one of those things where find another way, and then they'll find a way that's worse.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Like that's what Capcom seems to be doing.
Yeah, but I mean, like we said with the advertisement in games, there is a balance there that could work. That could be
if it feels natural.
Yeah, exactly. Of generating a little bit of extra revenue and advertisement for their DLC. Like, I think that's healthy for them, and there's a way to do it where it doesn't have to be an invasive or forced or restrict the game in any way. So I think that's probably a good example of almost less bleed through of invasive greed. Sorry. So yeah, just to put a pin in it, just corporate greed that doesn't slap us in the face. as much would be lovely for 2019. I think Count would agree with this. But I think that pretty much wraps us up, Mark. So that was a pretty short, sharp one. So bring on 2019, man. Bring on the games, of course. Doom Eternal, man. Let's get around it. But let us know down below, what are your hopes and dreams or fears for 2019? Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check out the other episodes in this 7 Days of Christmas series. This is the last one in the series, so be sure to check out the other 6. And this is pretty much a wrap for the year from Mark and I, so we'll see you guys in the new year. Be sure to have a safe, happy, and Merry Christmas, or holiday period, whatever you call the holiday season. And we'll see you guys next year. Have a good one.